Minecraft! Finally with ladders! I'm going to use some ladders in this episode. This is more of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian. What's better than one dungeon? 2 dungeons! What's better than 2 dungeons? 3 dungeons! I wonder if you can guess what's coming up. Awesome. I'm also going to kill an enderman. I see an enderman for the first time. I don't think I've put my crosshairs on him. And I just killed a creeper. That's what these experience balls were from. But to hear the sound... There's a spider too, but... That is an eerie sound. And now I have a bow and arrow, and so I'm curious if I look at him... Oh, weird. Okay, now he sees me. And now he seems to be frozen. I want to see... Oh, crap! Wow! He ended up coming towards me. And then there was like a zoosh noise when he teleported. And I'm not still sure if he is still after me or if he has disappeared now. Here's a spider. And so I will deal with that. The enderman didn't seem to hurt me all that badly, although I am wearing fairly decent armor. But at this point, I'm not sure if he's coming back or not, and so that really has me worried. Alright, well perhaps he's not coming back. I thought they were more persistent now. But maybe that is not the case. I found a cool tunnel that's here kind of at the lava layer, and I see lapis and I see coal. Still haven't found diamond, but I am hopeful that now that I'm down at this layer and there seems to be kind of a few caverns that are kind of going off in different directions, that hopefully I'll stumble on some diamond. Look at this spider, like halfway caught in the water in the side of the ravine. So yeah, I'm back down by the base of the ravine again. And the spider's just chilling. He seems to be like stuck on the ledge on the one hand, and the water's coming down on the other hand. So we'll just let him be. Have a good time up there, Mr. Spider. Meanwhile, I'm down looking around at this layer trying to find some diamond. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hello to you. Okay, dear. That's okay. Still doing fine. I think armor has changed, because my armor just took a blast. Alright, I see some zombies over there, and obviously I hear zombies taking damage or something. So where did you come from? I'll have to look over there as well. My armor still seems to be kind of like the same that it's been for a while, and I feel like I've taken a few hits and gotten into a few tangles. Yeah, and my armor is definitely kind of... I've only got 3 pieces on and kind of like down about kind of halfway maybe. And so I'm going to have to read up and see what has changed with armor. It does seem like it's actually protecting me, kind of like the 3/4 shirt's worth that my little armor bar seems to register right now. And so I don't know if that's a bug or if they've changed how armor is supposed to behave. I'm kind of unclear what's going on here. But it seems like I have more armor and more protection than I am accustomed to. Hello, creeper. You tried to sneak up behind me, didn't you? Oops. And you were so excited to see me that you just couldn't contain yourself. I see how it goes. Okay, so there's another place down here. Oh, hello. Kind of overdriving my headlights here as I just kind of rush into a room. Oops. I just ran out of a sword. Oops. Alright, he got 1 hit on me. That's not so bad. Especially with my armor that seems to just keep on giving. Or not giving. However you describe how armor behaves in its ideal. Here comes another zombie. And yeah, so I've been continuing to explore, continuing to light things up down here. There is a lot of open things. I am down, I think, just a few levels above kind of the lava level. And oops, hello. And so I am still hopeful to find some diamonds around every next little bend. But at the same time, it's been no luck so far. I've got plenty of iron. to the point to where I might even just, start ignoring iron rather than trying to mine it, because I don't know what I'm going to do with all this iron, especially the way my armor seems to be holding up. Gold, I'm definitely trying to get at this point. Not that I'm sure what I'm going to do with that, although I think gold possibly is also some crazy thing that you can use in some of the potions somehow. Alright, I'm going to do this thing, just to jump down here, because I see experience balls. I see a creeper. I see you sneaking up over here. That's pretty dangerous to do this in close quarters next to the lava, and I think I just saw another bad guy around the corner. Maybe? Thought I just saw one. I would really like this lava to go away in the meantime. There he is. Alright, and I still hear a zombie. Where is the zombie? There is the zombie. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Alright, and now I hear a zombie in the distance, but it's gotten much quieter. Hello, little wind chimes. Oh, hello. You are not a wind chime. Oh, dear, 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 dear. You're about to be much louder than a wind chime. Yeah, you just stay around the corner there. While I finish off your friend. And now we'll take care of you as well. See? Everybody wins. Ooh, we've gotten back into a mine shaft area. So I need to be more aware of the inherent risks that come with that, both in terms of cave spider spawners as well as general kind of interconnectedness and more chances for enemies to be surprising you from the ceiling or from some other direction that you didn't expect. Got a nice little dead end over here that I will mark. Boom, right there. And let's see, I guess I just came from this direction, but looks like there's something above me here. Let's dig through some gravel. I hear a spider. I don't know what kind it is. Let's be hopeful that it's a normal spider as opposed to a cave spider. But I don't know if we'll actually be that lucky. It is time, once again, for Brian to create some torches, torches, torches. Brian now has 61 torches to continue his adventures. Alright, out with the gravel, in with the walkway, and let's see where this takes us. Ooh, I need to eat some bread. I switched the bread to my hotbar since I only had 3 pieces of bread, whereas I have like 17 pieces of steak or something. And so I want to go ahead and free up an inventory slot because I'm pretty much running with a full inventory right here. And so, yeah, you can see I've got a flint that's just dropped on the ground because I can't pick it up. I could choose to discard things at some point and prioritize my inventory, but right now I'm not too worried about it. But, okay, there's a bunch of, what do you call, spider webs right here. And so that makes me wonder if there's a cave spider spawner coming up. Right now, I do not hear any spiders. And perhaps that's because of the fact that there's a torch right here, and so maybe there is a spawner around, and the torch is keeping it lit. Not really sure. Seems like there's some water. Oh, no, there is a spawner coming up. Crap, crap, crap. Let's get over there as fast as possible. Hello. Yes, you poisoned me. You're very clever. Let's see if I can manage to take it out before it can spawn even one more. Oh wow, mob spawners break much faster. I think perhaps that happened with the last mob spawner that I also broke, but I didn't really notice because there was a lot of stuff going on, but that one I noticed. Mob spawner, like, it only took, I don't know, 3 or 4 hits. And once again, I forgot to bring my shears. But this time, I will remember that I can craft shears in my inventory, and I will discard useless gravel. And I want that there. I will put the shears here and use the shears to take out these spider webs, and that seems to go a little bit quicker as well. I think it used to take longer even with the shears, although I didn't use shears all that consistently. And now it sounds vaguely possible. I hear zombies. They're a little bit far away, but it seems like they might be multiplying. And so I think there may be a zombie dungeon around the corner. And so I'm going to knock out a few more of these webs and also try to determine if I'm going closer or farther from the zombies. I think I'm actually walking farther away from them now because, yeah, they seem to have just gotten out of range. And so they're loudest around here, and I think they might be just kind of above me somewhere. It's possible that it's not a spawner, and it's possible that there's just a water current that is pushing a bunch of zombies into the same area. But I don't hear any other type of bad guys. Oh, hello, I found a chest. It has pumpkin seeds and more bread. The pumpkin seeds I don't really need. I also don't need zombie flesh. And I don't know why I'm carrying the hoe with me. That was an error. But the rest of the stuff I shall hold on to. And in any case, we should not get distracted from our task of trying to find the zombie noises. And I think they just got quieter again, and so let's try going a different direction. Let's try going this way. This is very scary. I usually cut down these wooden things, but I don't hear any mobs right now, and so... Alright, I went slightly higher, and the zombies have become silent. So I'm going to go back down and see if the zombies get louder as I go down. Yes, I can at least hear them again. So, since it seems like perhaps they are downwards, I will start carving a staircase downwards. Oh, hello. There appears to be a room, or a cave system of some sort down here. Yeah, I really think there may be a zombie dungeon around here, because that sounds like a lot of zombies. And in the meantime, free lapis! Not that I know what to do with all this lapis, other than make pretty blue blocks. Okay, I'm gonna go listening and digging for the zombies, and I will bring you guys back in when it's appropriate. Aha! Sure enough, the dungeon is below me. There it is. It has at least one chest in it. And probably a dozen zombies at this point. And so, I will take a nice, careful, methodical approach. Carve myself a nice little staircase. Kind of gets down to here. I accidentally just carved kind of right below me, and so that wasn't smart. And then from here, I should be able to take out any zombies who happen to be in the room. There's actually far fewer zombies than I expected kind of immediately in the room, but I expect that means that in fact all the zombies have been wandering around and trying to kind of copy my movements a floor above me. Oops. I was trying to place a chest, and instead, or trying to place a torch, and instead I did that. Let's light up the dungeon itself, and then kill off any of the excess zombies, and then I'll take a closer look at what was in that chest. Oops. And there appears to be a skeleton. Fortunately, the skeleton seems to be blissfully ignorant of the fact that if he stands around the corner like that, I am going to shoot him, or kill him with my sword, and he can't get me. Silly skeletons. One of these days, they'll finally learn to either hold their bow in a different hand, or strafe right rather than left, or do something different. Learn a new trick. But for now, skeletons remain easy, provided you can get them caught around a corner. Okay, I think we've killed off all the bad guys. Let's check out what we've won. More bread, gunpowder, cocoa bean bucket that I can't really hold quite yet. More bread, more string, more gunpowder. Alright, I'm going to reorganize some inventory and then find a way back up to the surface. Hello, I am over by this ravine in the ocean that I left this little marker down into, and I would like to create a way down. Oops. And so the idea is I'm just going to place ladders like this, and this, and this, and it'll both give me a way to kind of easily get in and out, maybe. Okay, perhaps not, because it doesn't look like I can actually climb the ladder when I'm trying to swim over here. But it does give me an air pocket, and that's the more important thing. And so basically, I don't think I'm getting the ladder every... Yeah, I missed a couple spots here. But basically now I can kind of swim by and peek my head in and grab some air. And so I can just be standing out here on the upper ledge of the ravine, and I can just poke my head in here and grab some air, and everything is happy. And so now I think I'm going to go ahead and risk just kind of jumping down into the water over here and see if I can make it down to this ledge, and I do. Alright, so now I have a much quicker way kind of back up and down, and provided that when I jump back into it, as I'm swimming up, provided that I can see this thing and go and find it, then I can always come just over to this thing and grab some air. And so that'll make it easy to get air on the way back to the surface. So that is happy. I now have an easier way to kind of get up and down through the ravine here. And yeah, I've lit up a bit more of it, and I am just going to continue to light it all up, especially down near the bottom, because I'm still hunting for diamonds. So I'll see you guys in a bit. There's an enderman just past this lava. And so I'm going to look at him just in case he happens to now teleport. Well, I'm not sure I looked at him, because now I see a creeper over there. Yep, he did. Where is he? I heard him. He sounds real nearby. I don't know if he teleported into an adjacent place. I was going to see if he was going to teleport like into the lava. It sounds like he might be through this wall. Alright, and there's the creeper. And the creeper is walking around the lava, it looks like. There, now the creeper's gone in the lava. But now I hear this enderman sound. And I don't know where he is, but he sounds close. Oh, I just saw a purple... Maybe he's over here somewhere. I thought I just saw purple, like, sparkles right around this corner. Yeah, I think I did. And so the main thing I'm worried about is that he, oops, like, sneaks up behind me all of a sudden. Ooh, endermen, do they still get hurt by water? So if I put water over there, and if he's over there, might I have just hurt him? I just put out a torch, and I didn't mean to do that, so I'm going to replace that torch real quick. I'm worried that if I go past the lava, that the enderman might pop up right behind me and push me into it. And so I'm trying really hard to avoid that situation. Okay. Now I'm a little bit safer in terms of the lava. And there's definitely, he's got to be right around this corner. I see the purple sparkles. And so I wonder, there's his feet. Wow, I believe that took 7 hits. But I've killed my first enderman, so hurrah for that. My first enderman in 1.0 anyway. And admittedly, I took advantage of him teleporting into an unfortunate location where he then tried to get at me, but he was too tall. And of course, that's just a problem that the endermen have. They're too tall for these Minecraft worlds. Always going to get their head stuck. Okay, let's go ahead and put out this lava for safety. For safety! Great. And we'll continue to explore. I'll bring you guys back in when it's appropriate. There's a skeleton, and at this point I do have 25 arrows, and so I guess I could use the practice. He seemed to just, like, dodge out of the way there for a moment. Boom! That was 1 hit, and there he is. I think I might have missed him that time. That was 2 hits, I believe. Oops, he did dodge out of the way. There we go. That was fun! And I might get some of my arrows back. And rats. I hear spiders. And I see lots of webs. Yep, and I see a spider spawner. And I forget, does water take out cobwebs? It does. Okay. And so that is a cheap way to get rid of some of the webs. I think I do have shears, and they're not out. So I will get the shears out, because I know that will make many people happy when I take out the shears like that. And then I will destroy the spawner, which now goes very quickly. Oops, I just used my sword on the webs, and certainly there are some spiders somewhere around here, and so at some point he's going to come running towards me and poison me, I'm sure. Or, or, you know, they'll just hide on the ceiling. Alright, they're on the ceiling. I do not have flint and steel, which is too bad, because that would have been fun. I do have a bucket of lava. And I wonder if I do something like that. Oh, it's coming after me now. I didn't completely think that through, but that was still a lot of fun. And that is something that I believe is probably something I'm more likely / willing to do after playing Goods 404 map, which is use lava as a weapon. It definitely, you know, it has its perils for me from the point of view of I could die and I could lose all of my items in a fire, But at the same time, there's something really satisfying, especially when enemies are in kind of a hard-to-get location, to just using lava to get them. Now, unfortunately, I really want to retrieve that bucket of lava. And the location, I believe, is somewhere up here. There's some zombies over here, it sounds like. And I've got too many tools to keep my bar at this point. I would like to chop down some of these so I can see what's around. Meanwhile, there's a raging inferno behind me as the fire from the lava burns down all these mineshaft bits, but that's fine with me, so long as nothing falls on my head, he says, mining above his head. I am okay with that. And there isn't all that much wood here, so that'll burn out in a moment, and I might even be in a position where I can get back at wherever I dropped this lava, because I think it's right... Yeah, the source brick is like right here. Yeah, I think the source brick's right there. So let me just grab my bucket. Lava safely back in place. Water putting out the lava that's down there, and probably making a mess of extra cobblestone that'll be a pain in the neck to clean up. Still a couple fires burning, but at this point, I think we're going to be okay. I think I may have just found a zombie dungeon. I am down at the diamond level, and I heard zombies, and yep, mossy cobblestone. Hooray! It's another dungeon. If you've ever seen the movie Happy Feet, I believe this is the opposite. Because here's a bunch of zombie feet that are not happy because they're being attacked by an iron sword that they can't do anything about. What is happy is all the little wind chime noises I get as I collect experience orbs from the zombies. Hooray! Let's go ahead and put out some light in here so that they'll quit spawning, hopefully. Alright, I'm going to conquer this dungeon, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so here we are. I got some lava around the corridor here. I still hear a zombie in some adjacent corridor, but let's see what we've won. Another cocoa bean, some iron, some bread, some wheat, and more iron, a bucket, some string. So not bad. But I think, is that the third dungeon that I found so far? That is happy, and I'm really happy about where I found it because it led me to an adjacent corridor where there seems to be a cave system in the lava, and this is always a good place to go looking for diamonds, although, sadly, this seems like it's pretty small, and the only thing I see over here is some redstone. So we'll still have to look for diamonds, but there is still somewhere nearby where there's more zombies, and so I'm going to listen for them and try to dig them out. See you in a moment. It occurs to me that since this dungeon is at the diamond level, like I think I'm standing on layer 11, this is actually a very good time to dig up the floor to collect the mossy cobblestone. I should probably go ahead and destroy the spawner first, actually, so that I don't have enemies spawning where I dig up the cobblestone, and I apparently have a full inventory, and so I will get rid of this. And the reason that this is a good location to dig up the mossy cobble is because there's always a possibility that right under one of these pieces of mossy cobblestone there'll be a diamond. And so if there was ever a time that I was going to mine it, this is the correct time, because now I'm getting 2 for 1. I'm exposing stone that may contain diamonds, and I'm mining up moss stone, which I might use later. We'll see. And so I'm going to mine all this up, and I'll let you know if I find anything. Sadly, no diamonds in the floor here, but it was a good idea. Huh. Another dungeon. A spider dungeon that I just walked right up into. Quick enough that only one spider spawned, it appears. At the end of a hallway in the abandoned mine shaft. I am just on a dungeon spree right here, it seems. Alright, well, let's see what we've won. Some more cocoa beans, and iron, and some more wheat. I had been leaving the wheat behind because I was running out of inventory space. Alright, well, that's kind of exciting. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I decided to get the moss stone here since I already had some in my inventory, but my inventory is very full, and so I am going to try to get me and my suboptimal inventory back to the surface by digging up, so I'll see you guys back up top. I am digging back up to the surface, and I see water dripping from above, and I can also hear the sound of squids on the water, and so it's very nice to know when you're just about to break through, and so I'm going to use a tactic that you have seen me use before in previous exploration and tactics, which is basically to go ahead and create a little waterlock system, give the water somewhere to go, and then you can open the water up, and then you can always just take a peek out and see if this is somewhere you want to swim up to. And before I do swim up there, I would like to check the time of day since I have a clock, and of course it's the middle of the night, so it's not the best time to go swimming up to the surface. But I'm feeling frisky, and so I'm going to do it anyway, and we'll just see what we encounter. And I'm actually more worried about kind of drowning before I reach the surface than I am about enemies on the surface, because I seem to be coming up kind of in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Oh, and a rainstorm, no less. Alright, so I'm way off in the ocean here, and here is my house. So I will swim back to the house. Since it's well lit over here, I don't expect to encounter many enemies, and I will see you guys in the morning. Hooray! And I swept away the night. And there were enemies within kind of range, like of sight, and I was still able to sleep, and so I don't know how close or far the enemies have to be that you can't sleep. I did plant some saplings before I went under, just because I was going to need some wood, and it appears that many of these saplings have grown, so I'm going to cut down some trees, do a little bit of other farm tending, and I will see you guys in a little bit.